Meet Jason, a CPA from Salt Lake City, Utah. By day, Jason is an accountant, but by night, he's also an accountant. However, in the spaces between, he's an aspiring pilot who loves the stars, the Oregon coast, popcorn, and the multi-platinum 80s glam metal band, Rat. He's also due for a midlife crisis. Jason has a dream. The dream of circumnavigating the globe while touching down in every single recognized nation on the planet, all in simulated aircraft, without a single crash, and most importantly, without dying. With departure from his home base at Salt Lake City International, one slight mistake from this rookie pilot will send him back to the beginning, to start the journey all over again. So come with us now, along this perilous journey, where we will meet new friends, discover other cultures, recruit new passengers, co-pilots and flight attendants, as well as book a variety of in-flight entertainment. While we cannot guarantee your safe passage with us in the skies, there will always be a first-class seat reserved just for you. Welcome aboard HeadTrip Air, and thank you for choosing us as your premier travel partner. The world tour will resume in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to HeadTrip Air World Tour. For those of you who have been following along with us, last episode we had David and Eli in the cockpit. Took a little oceanic flight, actually over the Caribbean Sea from Port-au-Prince, Haiti, down to Curaçao. How do you pronounce that? Curaçao. Whatever it's pronounced as. Flight went fairly well. Until the very last minute. And unfortunately, at that point in time, airplane bounced a little bit on the runway, and we lost some equipment. Hopefully, I don't think we lost any lives, but we sent a few to critical, what do you call it? Urgent care. So here we are. Rewinding the clock back in time here in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. It's the afternoon. We're playing real live weather, real live time of day, and we're going to give this another try. So back to Curaçao we go, and hopefully this time with a little more knowledge, with a little more experience. We know approximately what to look for when it comes to the runway. We're going to get up in the air as quick as we can and see if we can knock this thing off our bucket list of countries to touch down on as we circumnavigate the entire globe and touch down on every nation on the blue planet Earth. So, welcome aboard. We're going to be loading up the aircraft. We're going to be getting systems online. We'll be pushing back shortly. And on our way back again across the Caribbean Sea. So, with that said, let's get started. Sun's starting to set in the west. So hopefully we can get at least a good head start before we're in the dark. We will be landing in the dark, no doubt about that. That's just going to be the nature of this beast. Let's start up the APU. As the APU spools up, let's get some other systems ready to go. I'm going to load in our flight plan from yesterday. Still should be valid. We'll file that. Fuel was fine. There's our flight plan. And let's see if we can get a reading on our odometer here quickly. And there it goes. There's our pushback. While we're getting pushed back, let's see if we can listen to ATIS for a moment and see what we should be setting our altimeter to. I'm going to set our altitude to, this to 11,000 feet or so, roughly. That seemed to work okay for us yesterday.
Prince Airport information, India 2100 Zulu. Wind 280 at 4. Visibility 6. Sky condition clear. Temperature 30. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.901.
29.901.
Runway 10 in use. Landing and departing runway 28.
That should work.
VFR aircraft.
All right. I got pushed back. Let's get our beacon on. And we'll be taxiing quickly here, so I'm going to turn my taxi lights on as well. APU is loaded up. Let's get the APU bleed on. And our fuel pumps. We'll get the seatbelt lights on, of course. No smoking, no devices, and arm the emergency doors. While we're thinking about it, let's come down here and arm the auto spoilers. And we'll move our flaps down one. And let's start up our engines. There we go. Engine number 2 starting to spool up. Let's work on our displays. Now it's going to start to get dark, so I don't think I'm going to need to brighten these much. In fact, I don't think I'll brighten them at all. Turn on our anti-collision. We'll need to watch for our squawk code. Make sure we get our thrusters in the proper idle position. There we go. Make sure our emergency brake, or our parking brake I should say, is on for the moment. Alright, let's start up engine number 2, or 1.
1 request taxi for departing straight out of India.
HeadTrip 1 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 by a taxiway. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Runway 28.
And hold short runway 28 using taxiway HeadTrip 1.
Now let's look at our flight management system down here. Bring in the flight plan. And let's just double check we're leaving runway 28. Now, I'm going to try to set an actual departure this time. We didn't do that last time, and so let's set up our SID. Come on over to Navigraph. There we go. Sitting here in Port-au-Prince. Let's look up our SID charts. We've got Alpig. Oh, let's see what we want to do. We're going to be heading out. These are all runway 10, which is interesting. I don't know if these will really work for runway 28, to be quite honest with you. Okay. So we'll just do a direct out, I guess. That's fine. Let's just go to the, actually the taxi chart. Standard minimums. There we go. Okay. So, I think we're going to just select none here. No SIDs. And we'll insert. And we'll worry about our arrival down the road. We'll figure that out on our trip. Okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, we're not going to worry about much more in the flight management system, but we will update our performance data. We'll go 138 for V1, 179 for rotate, and 197 for V2. Let's go to the next phase. I'm going to climb. I'm okay doing managed climb, 250. That works for me. But once we get to cruise, I think I'm going to want to be at 340. To be quite honest with you. 340 knots. Decline. I'm fine to let's bring that down just a tad. Just to be a little conservative on the descent. Barometer is going to be 299 or 1. Whoops. 29.91. Right up here, actually. Temperature, managed wind. We'll just let that stay where it is. And ground. I think we're good on our performance. Give ourselves a starting flap of 1. Okay, that's about all I know how to do. Make sure there's nothing else here that's... Okay, that's pretty straightforward flight plan. Let's zoom out here and see what we got. Looks pretty straightforward. Okay. Well, from what I can tell, I think we're in pretty good shape. Let's go over here and set our flight pad to a 299 or what. Let's sync the current altitude. And, okay. That's about all we're doing there for now. Okay. I think we're ready, guys. Let's get our engine started up. I think we've got clearance. Let's come back up and pop our... I think we're already got our taxi lights on, so I think we're good there. Beacon wing, wing, wing. Okay. All right. I think we can drop off our APU at this point in time. Not sure if there's anything else that we really need to pay much attention to. I think we're in fairly good shape. Okay. All right. Sun's starting to go down, so guess we better get on the road. And let's do that, just that. Oh, just for my benefit, one more thing. I'm going to bring some, just 1 second. I'm going to bring some of these displays up to a second monitor so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Just 1 second. Let me resize that. That looks pretty good. I'm going to do just a little bit more, though. Resize it to right there. Yeah, that looks... Oh, no. No, I'm still a little too much. Just a second. Goodness. There we go. That looks good. Okay. All right, I think we got what we need, guys. Let's get on the move.
Jet 183, flight with calm, clear to land runway 10. Clear to land runway 10, jet blue 1835. HeadTrip 1 hold position, caution, other traffic.
Just a tiny bit framey. Hopefully that'll
Position, HeadTrip 1.
solve itself at some point. I see. I was wondering.
HeadTrip 1, continue taxi.
Nah, I think he's coming in. I'm gonna
Roger,
wait for
HeadTrip
him.
1.
Let's wait for this guy. He's coming on in. That guy wasn't about to let like 1 single inch of his wheel come off that taxi line. It's a cautious pilot. That's for certain. All right. Let's do it.
JetBlue 1835, turn next taxiway.
Prince Tower, HeadTrip 1 ready for straight out departure at runway 28.
HeadTrip 1 hold, short runway 28. Traffic is generic on the runway.
We better get some lights on here. It is starting to get a little dark. That is for certain. I believe that's over here. Just for a moment. And now that we're entering the runway, let's get our strobe on. Probably ought to put our landing lights on as well. Well, let's see. We'll put them to off for a moment.
Contact ground on 118.3. HeadTrip 1 altimeter, 29.9 with 276.
My goodness.
Departing straight out, approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Cleared for takeoff runway 28 HeadTrip 1.
Okay. Well, we've got our clearance, so let's... My goodness. There we go. A little surprising that we got a little bit of framiness here. We're streaming, but not recording, so who knows?
JetBlue 1835 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway.
Ground speed at about 20. 21. And we'll go back a little bit. Okay, reaching the end of the runway, approaching 28. We're just going to do a little bit of a spin here. Yeah, I really wish I could figure out what was causing our stutters here. Trying to think that one through. This is a lot more framey than I want it to be. Not quite certain why. I don't know if there's an update going on in the background. Don't know, honestly, what's happening, but we'll stop here for a moment. Get our parking brake on for just a second. Let's make sure everything looks okay. Got our flaps on, trims just fine. This isn't this is a fly-by-wire plane, so the trim's going to handle itself for the most part. Now that we're ready for takeoff, we're going to want to get these landing lights full on. That's going to let them know we're ready to go. We'll get up in the air, then we'll solve, maybe we'll solve some of the frame rate issues. All right. Goodness, I think that's it. Have we been given a squawk? Let's just check. Let's see where we're at here. Head trip. Altimeter. Clear for takeoff. We're going to be doing a VFR takeoff, looks like, so don't think we'll have any other options. Fair enough. Well, I don't really like the frame rates. Just take one last look at our beautiful Port-au-Prince Valley here. This is a pretty place. Very pretty place. I like it. Gorgeous. Gorgeous little town. So for those of you who would like to visit, you have something more to look forward to in the future. Alright. Wind looks pretty good. Our windsock just kind of lazily dangling there. Goodness, I think I've got everything where I need it, but it always feels like you're missing something. Let's do this. Parking brake off. Let's start the chronometer. There's V1. And there's rotate. Let's get off the ground. And we're up and going. Let's bring our gear up, shall we? While we do that, let's get on our autopilot, get on course.
HeadTrip 1 leaving my airspace frequency. Change approved.
Port-au-Prince Tower, HeadTrip 1 frequency change. Port-au-Prince approach HeadTrip 1 is tied to Airbus A20 and 3 miles west of Port-au-Prince, 2,100 feet. Request flight following.
HeadTrip 1 Port-au-Prince approach. Squawk tree 721.
Squawk tree 721 HeadTrip 1.
HeadTrip 1 radar contact 4 miles southwest of Port-au-Prince, 3,400 feet. Altimeter 29.1.
Here we go.
Roger HeadTrip 1.
Couple things we're going to need to do. We're going to need to bring our lever or our thrust down into the climb detent right there. And I think we're going to need to bring our flaps all the way home. There we go. Looking good so far. Beautiful evening in Haiti. A little lonelier in the cockpit today. So, this will be a quiet flight, but we'll try to recreate yesterday's flight and see if we can get a good landing, and then we can continue forward. Give huge props to Dave and Eli for their very first flight. That was actually the first time I ever had no involvement whatsoever with regard to the aviation, other than coaching, and they're dealing with a coach that's frankly a little incompetent at times. So I thought they did a fantastic job. Fantastic job for a first timer. A lot better than I did, I can tell you that much. And I'm confident I'm still doing things wrong, just left and right, but hopefully improving each time. I don't know what it is, but I love that mesa right there. I just love that terrain. It's just the coolest terrain up here. You got flatland up here and some farms, and then it just drops off the planet. It's really, really cool.
Going to 124.5, HeadTrip 1. Port-au-Prince Center, HeadTrip 111,000 feet.
HeadTrip 1 Port-au-Prince Center, altimeter 29.9 continuous climb.
All right, now that we're saying goodbye to Haiti, let's put up our altitude. Let's get ourselves all the way up to 30,000. Wow! 30,000 feet. And then once we're up to 30,000, we're going to work on our speed and get this thing moving along. Let's expedite the climb. And here we go. I believe now that we're above 10,000, we can take our strobes off. I think that's the case. Don't quote me on that. I think bacon's gonna stay on. Nav lights are gonna stay on, I believe. Landing lights are gonna come off, I believe. Turn off taxi. And I think we can take the seatbelt sign off now and let everybody use their devices. So far, so good. Let's see if we have any warnings on our screens. Can't tell what we do. Everything looks to be going smoothly. We're on track with our flight plan. Okay. Up to about 19,800 feet, so we're making good progress up towards our 30,000 foot mark. Honestly, I don't remember what our cruise profile is. Let's go ahead and look at our flight plan. And, or the performances, where do you find that? Climb, cruise. Does this tell us here? C11, I don't know, maybe. Well, that's just 11,000 feet, I think, but I believe, I don't know. Maybe one of these days I ought to actually do some brush up and some formal training here. Okay. I wonder if we can request an instrument landing, or instrument flight. It's possible. It's possible. Request IFR clearance, please.
Port-au-Prince Center, HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 1720 miles west of Mike Delta Charlie Romeo. Request IFR to Plesman, ready to copy.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17 is cleared to Plesman Airport as filed. Squawk tree 721.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17 cleared to Plesman Airport as filed. Squawk tree 721.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17, rate back correct. Radar contact flight level 240. Continue to toggle turning and following heading 155. Resume on navigation, descend and maintain 13,000 feet.
Wants us at 13,000.
Turning and following heading 155. Proceed on course, descend and maintain 13,000 feet. HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha.
All right, well, we'll do it then. Who are we to complain, right? So back down we go. Alright, we're losing daylight, that's for sure.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17, please expedite your descent 13,000 feet.
Certainly, that's exactly what we're doing. Coming back down to 15,000. We'll be slowing down our descent.
Hotel Tango, Alpha 17. Santo Domingo Center HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17 is at 14,900 feet, descending 13,000 feet.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17 Santo Domingo Center altimeter 29.9 continues at Vesca as planned.
Looks like we have some clouds, possibly some weather up ahead on the horizon. Okay, we're sitting at 13,000 feet. I believe we've followed ATSC's instructions thus far. Continue to Vesca as planned. Vesca. Aha. And there's Vesca right here. It's our next waypoint. We'll be moving along. Let's work on our speed at this point in time. I'm okay with cruising at 13,000 feet if they are. Right now we're still in managed mode, so we've got to move our speed over to select mode, just like that. And up to 340. There we go. I gotta take a phone call. Just 1 second.
Tango Alpha 17 Curaçao center altimeter 29.991. Continue to Vesca as planned. American 1346, contact Santo Domingo Center on 126.9er. Good day.
for American 1346.
You should wake to a man-dead world. Virtually all human life has been dissolved from the face of the earth, leaving behind only buildings, bridges, machines. If you should awake to such a world tomorrow morning, what would you do? Where would you go?
Looks like we're about 36 minutes into our flight. Approaching perhaps the halfway point or close to the halfway point between Haiti and Curaçao. Stars are bright above the clouds tonight. Just off to your right here, I think I saw Orion over there somewhere. Let's see if we can find it again. Where'd it go? I know I saw it. Where did Orion go? Maybe we'll have to go outside the plane to see it. There it is. Orion in the sky, right above our A320. Looks like we got a blood moon in the sky. Starting to lighten up just a little bit. Trying to figure out how to turn off the cabin lights. Let's see if we can figure that out. I've never tried that before. Cabin lights. Figure they got to be up here somewhere. Dome lights. Cabin pressure. APU. None of that. Let's see. No, electrical. F. Agent yellow. Engine. Not so much. I wonder if it's back there somewhere. There's all the... Looks like that's where all the... Some of the fuses are, I guess. Fuse box down there. I'm not sure what all this stuff is up here. More fuses, maybe? But I'm not sure where the cabin lights are. I think it's going to be down here. Cockpit door. I guess we can lock it. Probably should have. Yeah, I don't know where the cabin lights are. I'm not seeing them. 39 minutes into the journey. Can't imagine they're over here. Catering, call tug, fuel, door-to-door baggage. Nah. Maybe we can't change cabin lights. I guess. Not in this view, anyways. Let's just see what we got. Kind of like playing a game of Where's Waldo. Cabin pressure. Lower extract cabin fans. Ventilation. Cargo. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. This is our only oxygen. AVL. Maybe the cabin lights are controlled by the flight attendants, possibly. That could be. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Okay. Okay, I think it's time to start at least thinking about our approach and arrival plans. Here we go. Let's come back down to our flight management system and let's try to figure out how to line up this approach. Our arrivals, ILS. Yes, please. I think that's the only ILS arrival. The other ones are RNAV or VOR. But I'd love to get practice at this ILS. And I'm going to try to see if we can figure out a transition. Let's see how this works. ILS. No transitions, so let's go back to ILS here. There's no transitions, there's no stars, but there is these, so that makes me wonder. I'm going to try to figure out what via D294M means. It's tricky. D294M. This is where... Oh goodness, something just happened. Something really, really bad. And I don't know what it was. I gotta tell you. All the lights went off. Where's my engines? My engines are shot. Right? What's happening to my plane? Engine dual failure. That has literally never happened to me. Land ASAP. That has never, never, never happened to me. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow. Okay, let's see if we can... Oh my gosh. I'm gonna smack the APU back on. Oh gosh. That is anything but fun. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Engine dual failure. I didn't even know that was possible with these settings. Okay. How's my APU doing? Is it coming back up? APU. Let's get this moving, baby. Oh my gosh, that light's out. What's happening? Like no APU? No APU? Oh, this is not good, folks. This doesn't seem to be good to me. Oh wow. Nothing. Holy crap. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, self-test. Come on. 30 seconds waiting for data. Son of a gun. We're still in the air and we're still keeping altitude, so that's not... hey. There we go, there we go. Woo! Let's just see... did we add him? No, no, no. Let's crank these bad boys. I don't know what that means, but... engine shut down, engine shut down. Holy crapola. Should we try this again? Turn those off. Turn those off. And let's shoot them back on. I hope my APU's up to speed. APU, APU, APU. 100% APU. Got the bleed going. Hopefully. Got the bleed. Got the bleed. Fuel pump still good. Let's start these engines. N2's pumping back up. We might survive this after all. What's happening to our... We are really, really, really losing some elevation now. Holy crap. Engine spinning back up. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Holy crap. Keep it moving. It looks like it's spinning back up. Let's just see if it stays up. Emergency electrical power. Relights.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17, you were 1,000 feet below your assigned
Yeah.
altitude.
No kidding.
Climb and maintain 13,000 feet, altimeter 29.88.
No kidding.
Climb and maintain 13,000 feet. HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17.
How we doing? Where's our, we're at the climb detent. Available. And there you have it, folks. There you have it. There you have it. I honestly don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But we're back in business. We're back in business. Woo! A little off track, of course. A little off track. That's okay. My goodness. I don't know what happened there. Oh, speed, speed, speed. That's the problem. Are we full blown? Here, let's just kick this into high gear. We will kick this into high gear. Let's go Toga.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17.
That's weird. I'm going past. Let's expedite down to 13. Let's go to autopilot and 13. Uh-oh. Come on, baby. What's happening? Probably because we have to come back down to climb. Let's see if we can get this thing to... It doesn't like that. Oh, goodness. Let's come back to the auto throttle. And climb. Nope. No climbing. We are working on it, that is for certain. Maybe auto throttle off. Let's bring the throttle down. Let's just manage this. Okay, now we're going to be heading back down. See our speed. We're not maintaining our speed. We're not maintaining much of anything. Let's see if we can get anything to respond here. Flight director off. Flight director on. Let's put that back to 0. Doesn't like that. Is it our throttle that's the problem? See, I don't want to climb is the problem. Autopilots, autopilots, autopilots.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17, please expedite your descent 13,000 feet.
Alright. I am going so slow. So very slow. And yet climbing. Do we have some issues with trim? Yes, we certainly do. And how do we fix that? I think we're going to have to use the stick to try to fix that. Let's just maintain at 16 for a moment. We might have to reconnect with ILS after a short disconnect. Okay, so
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17, please expedite your descent 13,000 feet.
let's get our speed back up and combine that. Let's go to a climbs detent and combine that with a level flight, and maybe that will possibly get our trim back where we want it to be. Certainly closer. Okay, we're picking up speed again. That was a scary little.
Hotel Tango Alpha 17, please expedite your descent 13,000 feet.
Okay, we'll go down 13,000. Yeah, there comes our trim. Okay. We're starting to get to know this plane a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't know how I kicked my engines off. I'll tell you that much. Goodness. Now let's see if we can get.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17, please expedite your descent 13,000 feet.
There we go. Now we're back in business. Now we're back in business. Autopilot back. We're going to go up to 13,000. We're going to expedite. And I think at this point we can let the computer bring us back on course. Or not. Seems like it's turning away from course. Maybe not, though. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, frankly. It has us a little off course there. I wonder if it's going to recapture. I just wonder if it's going to recapture that navigation line, that flight plan line. 56 minutes into our flight. Dusk is reaching its conclusion. We got the moon up. Looks like we're leaving the clouds for the most part behind us. Can't see a whole lot into the distance, but looks like most of the weather is behind us. Okay. Once we get back to our elevation, I'm going to kick this speed back to, I'll do it now actually, 340. Looks like we got a full moon, or close to it. Let me look at my app and see if that's legit. Okay, let's see. Relax, moon. December 18th. Yesterday was a full moon at 9:37 p.m. So we're enjoying a full moon today. Good job, Microsoft Flight Simulator, for catching that. Okay, back at 13, back up to full speed. A little off target, but not too much of a problem there. So I think we're in pretty good shape with respect to our flight plan. All right. Let's once again turn our APU off to preserve fuel. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened there, but I'm glad we got back in the air. That was a little on the spooky side. Let's go back down to our flight plan. This is where I don't know. I won't even surmise what's happened. I don't know what happened.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17, you are 77 miles northwest. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 11 approach via left transition.
Sounds good. ILS approach.
Maintain present heading and altitude.
Runway 11.
Expect ILS runway 11 approach via left transition. Clear to left HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17.
Okay. FF11. Tabeb. I'm going to see if oh, there's Tabeb. Fair enough. That'll take me right where I need to go. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, that's great. $2,500 feet by the time we get to Tabeb. Right here. Tabeb, 2,500 feet. Let's show you where Tabeb is. There it is right here. Tabeb, we're going to be coming down Tabeb here, and then we're going to be approaching the airport, which is right here at 110 degrees. And landing right there along the beach. So hopefully this will go well. Find the ILS. Once we get to Tabeb, we'll lock onto the ILS. See if we can find it and approach it, and life should be good. That's our hopes, at least. I guess we can look and see if we can see Tabeb on our flight display here. Let's zoom out a little bit. The one thing I want to figure out is how to, zoom in on this and then like kind of move this to the next segment. I'm sure it's not terribly, and this needs to go to 290901, I think. I'm sure it's not terribly difficult, but I just haven't been able to figure it out. 3? I don't know.
And maintain 3,000 feet. HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17.
Okay, let's get down there. Seems quick, but yeah, that's not happening.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17.
Should we just get to 25 altogether? Let's switch that to 25. Selected. Still feels like possibly we might have to we are a little off course. It makes me wonder if we ought to turn our heading and get back on this line, and so we can come in. I'm trying to get a better look at Tabeb. It's almost like we're flying straight to, I think this is Tabeb right here. Maybe. Maybe. No, Tabeb is right there. I feel like we may want to adjust our heading a little bit. That's what it feels like to me. What are we going at right now? We're going at, we're at a heading of what? For heaven's sakes. 160. I think I want to just zing over here a little bit. I just feel like this would be useful. And we'll get lined up again with our original flight plan. We'll intersect it about right here, and then we can come in. We'll be down to 2,500 feet by then. We're going to need to start to slow down our speed, though. But I think we have time to work with that. So right now we're at a Mach 57 right here. 0.57 Mach, I should say. Not 57 Mach. 0.57 Mach. honestly, I would love to get into selected mode here as well. Come on, baby. Let's do this. I'm going to leave it at 364 for now. And then when we're on our final turn approach, we'll turn on the localizer search and we'll see if we can lock onto it. That's our hope. Our hope and our dreams. We must be on D294M. Let's check to see if in fact that is true. I don't know. Looks like I'm going to overshoot tab up a little bit if I don't move to the left a little bit here.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17, please expedite your descent 2,500 feet.
We're getting there.
Generic 282, you are 61 miles east. Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 11 approach via Bravo Echo Alpha, tree 05, radio 12 DME are cleared to Bravo Echo Alpha.
We're going to need to bring our speed down.
Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 11 approach via Bravo Echo Alpha 305 radio 12 DMER cleared to Bravo Echo Alpha generic 282.
All right, we're getting here, guys. Going to take just a few more degrees to the left heading.
Alpha 17, contact approach.
Maybe 179 to tab it. Let's see. Does this give us our
119.8 for HeadTrip Hotel
heading
Tango
to tab it
Alpha
somewhere? TNCC.
Hotel Tango Alpha 17,
Ah.
2,600 feet.
Yeah.
HeadTrip Hotel
See,
Tango
that's
Alpha
giving us a direct too. That's why it was. Okay, there we go.
300 M is planned.
There it is. 2,500. Let's zoom in the range. There we go. There we go, guys. Here's landfall.
Generic 52 tree, you are 11 miles west of Pleasant. Contact tower on 118 decimal tree when inbound on the approach.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Tower on 118 decimal tree generic 5.
Welcome to Curaçao, guys. Let's try this again. 2,500. Speed's going pretty quick. I think I'm going to slow our speed down. I need room to maneuver here, brah.
2,500.
Yep, I know. You're not telling me anything I'm not aware of. Let's go down to 280 for a moment. I may need to flip some flaps. That is a very likely scenario, so let's just do that right now. A little too soon. A little too soon.
2,500.
Okay, we're going to need to flip down to about 110 degrees. We'll go about 120 just to be safe right now. Looks like we got some company out there.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17, you are
I'm going to put the localizer search on. And we will put this in localizer search mode. Okay, let's keep moving. We're going to need to... There it is. Goodness, let's get our speed down. We're going way too fast. Yikes. This is when the yikes starts coming in, right? We've got to slow this sucker down. Let's go down to about 210 knots, maybe. Come back down to a heading of about 110. Guys, that should get us here. Let's turn the localizer on and see if we can get lined up to this sucker. I don't think I'm... Let's put some more flaps on. This is going to be spooky. Let's get down. Let's get down to 1,000 feet less. 1,000 feet. Come on. This is approaching way too fast. Expedite, baby. Come on now. Come on. Let's bring us down. Bring us down. Bring us down. Are we locked onto the localizer? Localizer. I can't tell if we are or not. I hope we are. Let's come all the way down to 100 feet. Full flaps. Full flaps.
Generic flight, 2 tree, turn next taxiway.
1,000.
Take the auto throttle off. I'm going to go.
$500.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
300.
Oh,
Too low,
our gear.
terrain.
Our gear. Our gear.
Too low,
Our gear. We need time. We need time for gear. We need time for gear. Is gear down? Come on, gear.
50,
Let's do this.
40, 30, 25.
And brake. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango, Alpha
There we
17,
go.
next taxiway.
Woo! All right, that was a little spooky, man. Oh, I forgot to put my gear down. That almost just did us in. Holy crapola. That was a little bit on the spooky side. I'm just not going to lie. Whew. Yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of didn't have a whole lot of runway left. Oh my goodness. We better get our taxi lights on. Let's let everybody know we're glad to be here. Let's get all the lights on. Yeah, it was a little stressful. I'm not gonna lie.
HeadTrip Hotel Tango Alpha 17 contact ground on 118.3.
So guys, we're here. We're here in Curaçao. We made it. We redeemed ourselves from a few minor mistakes yesterday. And we learned. We grew as a pilot. And as a human being. Goodness. All right. Feels good. Feels good to be here. That approach came fast. It always does. Really probably should have my strobes on as well, I guess. I don't know. I'll turn all the lights on if I can. I mean, this is like party time. Better get our APU fired back up. Looking for a place to park. I'm gonna slow down here just a minute. Let's see if we can figure out where it is we want to go. Let's pull up the charts. TNCC taxi. And here we are. So let's go. Let's see. USAF that's a restricted area up here. Coast Guard, old terminal, control tower, new terminal. So right to the left, that's the new terminal. Let's just see if there's any gates over there. Really, I mean, we just need to take a hard left, it looks like. So hard left it is. I don't see any taxi lines over here, so I'm probably breaching protocol a little bit here, but let's see what we can find that looks like a reasonable place to land. It looks like it would be in there, but it's hard to say. This actually might be the parking lot, and if that's the case, then fair enough. Yeah. Yep. Doesn't necessarily look like gates, certainly. So my mistake. But we're gonna just well, here, let's go over to the other side. Maybe we can. Yeah, that was. Yep. I don't know what else to say about that. Let's reverse thrust, slow ourselves down. Okay. Guys. Parking brake. I don't think we turned on our seatbelt sights anymore, so that's not very good, but you know what? We're here. Let's turn off our strobe. And our taxi lights off. Landing lights can come down. And we'll leave the beacon on until we shut the engine down, which we will do promptly. And this should be close to where we get credit for our flight hours. Hopefully. Okay. Since the APU's on, though, we'll probably need to shut that down as well. Let's turn off our fuel pumps. Turn off our navigational. And let's see. Let's see. What else we got here? Turn off our navigational data. And APU's going to come off. The bleed's off. The heat's off. And there we go. That was a fun flight. I mean, we had a lot of different things happen on that flight. And that was thoroughly enjoyable. Thoroughly enjoyable. Gotta tell you. Let's just shut down our flight pad. I think that's it. Kick our battery off. And that's where we get credit for our flight hours. Right there. Yeah, maybe. There we go. Whatever. I'm trying to turn them both off, but they're just playing with me, so I'll just leave that off. How's that? That looks pretty dark to me. Cold and dark. So there we go. Guys. Wonderful flight from Port-au-Prince, Haiti to Curaçao. Got some moonlight there serenading us. So now we got to figure out where to go next. We have, really, there's Orion high in the sky now. Just so you're aware. Belt of Orion right there. Sword of Orion right there. Betelgeuse, the big red star. Rigel, the big blue star. Bellatrix over here on the top right. And Safe on the top. Bottom left. Bottom left. Little head. Little bow and arrow. Hunter. And we've got Seven Sisters out this way. Seven Sisters over there. Aldebaran, red star. What else can we find? Really, Sirius should be popping up. Sirius would be a star roughly around here, but it's a really bright one, so I don't think that's it. I don't think it's risen yet, is my guess. Taurus. This is Taurus. This V right here. V. Kind of Taurus the bull. And what else do we got? Goodness. Altair. Aquila the Eagle is the constellation, and that star right in the middle, flanked by these two stars, is Altair. And I'm upside down a little bit, so it's a little hard to This probably looks like Gemma right here, and Aurora. Not Aurora? It's Corona Borealis. Corona Borealis, I believe. I'm Delphinius. Delphinius the dolphin, right here. Right. Sorry, on this television you can see the Milky Way here. I don't know if you can see it on your device. But hey, it's a gorgeous night. Gorgeous, gorgeous night. We're here in Curaçao. We're celebrating a little bit. I've got a brother coming over shortly to bring me some snow tires. So I'm going to give him the ultimate shout out for making the delivery for me. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us here on HeadTrip Air. This was one of the more positive, in my view, flights. Just real satisfying. And we look forward to our next tour very, very shortly. As always, thank you for joining us. Come see us again. Come with us around the world as we circumnavigate the globe. We've just touched down on one more nation, I believe. I got to double check. I don't know if Curaçao is a nation, but if not, we're very close to some other nations. And so we'll update our landing map and we'll move forward here at HeadTrip Air. Thank you for joining us. And as always, we will catch you where? That's right, on the flip side. See you later.